What the? Wait. Did that just reset? Is that the right stream on YouTube?
Are you streaming on YouTube?
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had a warped blue gem. I never used it after.
The thumbnail is awesome. I'm muting myself. Wait. Do I have voice mod on?
No.
Hello?
Are you streaming
Hi.
on YouTube?
Okay, yeah, it hears me. It's fine. I've got a question. I know about a million things. Okay, at enlisted. History of the entire guild, I guess.
Yay! History.
And then I'll ping in.
Oh, you're doing it on YouTube?
An interview between Chris Hansen and EDP445.
Okay, maybe we don't see these things on the stream.
Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot we're streaming.
I will look at the chat. I'll relay the questions.
Video. War for East video. Videos.
It's the method.
History of the entire authority.
Oh my god, bro, the stream is so delayed.
Stream delay. We have 3 viewers and it's all of us.
So it's one that I'm not watching.
No, maybe we have 1 viewer.
We have 1 viewer.
Hello, my
You.
1 viewer.
Who the fuck is that?
Like someone's gonna watch. Dude, our last stream got like 70 viewers because I put Skipper Gripper in the title.
What is the Skipper Gripper in the title again?
Oh, I can make him join the VC. But the thumbnail has Verity. They should all click on it because it has Verity.
This is so sad.
Bro just commented the phrase.
There's 7 people watching. We're so famous.
Yeah, shut up. Okay, where's... Oh, Skipper Gripper's not awake. Okay, I'm not waking up Skipper Gripper.
Who is
soul disappears anytime I do that. Okay, guys. Long before time had a name, the first master of the authority. Basically back in, let's see, when did I found the guild? The very, 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 very first time. I don't know how I would see this.
You're like super quiet apparently, they're saying.
Okay, I can fix that. I just added like 5 decibels of gain. Am I audible now? Oh wait, does that help? That's peaking. That's gonna be bad. Sorry. Blah 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 blah. Check. Okay, there. Hey guys, it's me, Audio Engineerity. I can fix anything. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I think it was like 2022, 2021. It was like a month or 2 or 3 after Depot had come out. We'll start with my story. Okay? So I was a little bit of a LARPer for many years, and I had been clanning for many years, and I had made my own groups and stuff, and it was kind of fire. But all of that's expensive, and I didn't have money, so it didn't ever really work. And then I came.
You're still like super quiet on the stream, by the way.
No, I'm not. Liar. This is so dumb. More gain. There. I should be not quiet anymore. Oh, wee. It's Tetris. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay,
You're still quiet.
this version of Verity has too many vertices. That's too many vertices. I'm not too quiet. You're fucking... Just turn up your volume.
I'm listening to the stream on max volume, bro. Either I'm really loud or you're really quiet.
I can see my output levels, and they're higher than yours.
I literally muted you to see how it sounded on the stream, and you're just really quiet on the stream.
I'm looking at the channel output view, and mine is louder than yours by like 6 decibels. Guys, am I louder than him? Yeah, I told you. I am loud. It's your
What?
shitty fucking thing. Drag me from Patrol 3. No. This is Baba Raguzer chat.
If you don't know
that I'm way louder than you.
You don't deserve it. Those who know. Oh wait, it's
Scarson is
Scarson.
not on the stream, confirmed. Yeah, they're saying you're way quieter.
Or it is quieter? How am I quieter?
He's so
Am
quiet.
I quieter now? Is that quiet, fat asses? I can see I'm clipping. I can see the entire bar going red.
Does he know?
Yeah, you're kind of quiet right now.
I think my voice is coming through twice as well.
My ears? Yeah. Wait, do I? Oh, here, let me go live.
Yeah, me and Crocus are going through twice.
Yeah, you're kind of quiet right now.
What?
My voice is coming through
My
twice
output
as
isn't
well.
even that crazy. When you said your voice is coming through twice, it did come through twice.
It is.
Do I? Oh, here, let me. That's like schizophrenia.
I'm listening to the stream. Yeah, me and Crocus are going through twice.
Hey, it's the stream. Yeah, you're kind of quiet right now. Guys, the stream is on the stream.
Voice is coming through
My
twice
output
as
isn't
well.
even that crazy. When you
Holy
said your
shit.
voice is coming through
Oh,
twice,
that's
it
why.
came through twice.
It is.
Do I? Oh, hey guys, look, my stream is on
I'm
the
listening
stream.
to the stream. Yeah, me and Crocus are going through twice.
Hey, it's the stream. Guys, my stream is on the stream right now.
He's doing the speed bit.
The stream is on the
Holy
stream.
shit.
My output isn't even that crazy. When you
Holy
said
shit.
Is this the
Oh,
naming
that's why.
ceremony? No. Okay, this isn't the
It
history of
is.
everything. Hey guys, let me mute this again, because it's giving me a headache. Okay, is my level fixed now? Am I intelligible? They won't be able to tell me for a few seconds. That's okay.
Yeah, we gotta wait for it to catch up.
I'm gonna move. I have to move my blender to another tab so I can add an image and not dox myself. What the? Why? How did I forget how to add an image? Oh, because I'm not in there.
Boy, if you only have 12 Robux, you're broke.
I know about a million things. Ask me anything. I have a question. Oh, wee.
You should put cat ears on the Verity just so Magnolia is happier.
On the Verity. I have to like be so specific with the Verity. It kind of has to have a forward-leaning ball. Actually, let me ask Chaotic. What? Actually, I think that's the only way for me to keep it within Roblox hair bounds. Actually, wait, maybe hair bounds are kind of big. I don't remember how big they are. Maybe I can keep it centered. But I also want it to not look like ass.
Considering someone's paid for it, you don't want to make it look like ass.
No, I don't give a shit about that.
That's so real.
I'm saying this because what if I want to make a... I threatened all of Amex with releasing the Verity hair ID.
Did Amex like shut down or something?
Kind of.
Yes, they did. Or, I
Yeah,
think
that's what I was
the
gonna
owner
say.
quit.
Yeah,
Amex is gone. Amex died in real life. He got assassinated.
Amex would leak everyone's hair IDs, and it would kind of piss me off with private commissions. Okay.
That is true.
What was I doing?
Like,
Oh
how do you
yeah,
do
okay.
private commissions?
Back
Like, can't someone
long-
just...
Long in the past, guys. Long in the past. I played Dupoken for the first time after playing Rogue, and in Rogue I was an evil exploiter. But when I first played Dupoken, I wasn't an evil exploiter, but I was shit at the game. So to solve this evil skill issue, I eventually started exploiting, and then I got bored of that. And I
He
tried
got the
making...
pre-release version of Synapse. Or not a Synapse. He got pre-release Soulbreaker.
Basically.
Yeah, bro.
But then in verse 1, I wanted to make a cool lore thing, but I didn't know what to do, so I made up my own fake lore. If you look in Deepwoken, you can probably find messages from, like, I think it was called, like, the Silver Wind or something. And it was because it was supposed to be everybody had, like, curved blades or something, and they were, like, free spirits, but I didn't actually know Deepwoken lore. So I was LARPing. And then I was like, what if I made an actual deep... Because the only guy that was in that original thing was just another exploiter. I didn't even play with my little brother at that point. That was like evil villain era, okay? But then I saw the little authority guys. I'm like, what if? Now here's just an idea. What if I stopped LARPing, learned the lore, and did these guys? And I looked at them and I'm like, these guys are really fucking cool. And then I started recreating them. And piece by piece, bit by bit, I created a rank structure based off of that old little planning bit that I said. Somebody might have to stitch together the things that I've said to turn this into a cohesive, like, story. But then, after I had been evil exploit baby Raguzer, the guild started popping off. There was other lore guild things that had noticed us. The main one being the Children of Neve, led by Mathildus, and then we did a collab video, which still is up. It's called, like, the Fort Merit Experience. That was cool. But then that got a little boring.
He danced too much.
Well, the thing is that people kind of caught me exploiting, and then evil Dom Hassett took over. Now here's the thing. Back in Old Authority, maybe I shouldn't have skipped this much. Okay, Old Authority was kind of like how Authority is now, where I'm not necessarily the one hosting all the events, but I keep all the things together and I keep things in check. But there was Dom in Old Authority, and everyone loved Dom because he's a little fucking cult of personality. But Mr. Dom is not necessarily a perfect person. He had approached us, and he, like, because we kind of would pick up like anybody at that point. Because back in those days, what I should have said, nobody was LARPing on Deepwoken because there was no transmogging. There was no. The only thing you could do is you could forge your helmet. So that was that was a thing you could do. So that was the one thing people could do. So people were actually wearing Authority Peacekeeper and Authority Captain, and nobody wanted to do that and run off meta weapons that I forced them to unenchant. So part of me being evil exploiter was I was able to defend my little LARP army from evil villains. And what happened after that?
28 stab wounds.
28 Stab wounds. Oh yeah, Dom. Then Dom took over. After this is a little fuzzy, because I wasn't a member. I kind of was in the background a little bit. At that point, I had like stopped exploiting. My brother was still doing. He was a Deepwoken exploit developer at that point, but I didn't want to pay. I think that was right about when Synapse stopped working, and I didn't want to pay for other slop or whatever. So I would it it would be at the point where I would like watch my brother do stuff and be like, haha. So we were kind of spoiled on Layer 2 stuff when that came out. Because the end of my era was like right when Verse 2 was coming out, and then they had their whole TUA, the United Authority. Now, I have lots of bits and pieces and gaps in my knowledge of TUA. Dang, you're snitching on everyone? What does that mean? Oh, everybody knows about Sad Face. Everyone knows about Sad Face. But essentially, TUA had a lot of problems with Dom, like micromanaging people. The things that Dom would do is he would claim that the things he was doing were for the benefit of everyone, but he would just like preach just like hateful politics onto people, and then he would like derail the point of everything. Eventually that culminates into a fun little thing later. Kronos Brothers like Uber banned. He's not even banned from the game. his like his account isn't like he doesn't do Deepwoken. He doesn't make Deepwoken exploits and sell them anymore. But he like the he'll show me shit, and I'm like, I don't want to see this, and I don't stop exploiting on Deepwoken. But the other day, I was like in his room, and he's like, "Look at this," and then he just like flung someone into hell. He's like, "That guy just got banned." I'm like, "Dude, don't do fucking shit like this." Oh my god. That's Sad Face. Sad Face is evil. Sad Face is the evil villain of the depths. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So Dom took over. He renamed the authority, originally East Central Authority, and shortened to Eastern Authority, and then to the United Authority under Dom. And he basically went against everything that it was supposed to do. Early into the guild, it was all lots of patrols. I'm jumping around too much. Basically, okay. In the old guild, it was I hosted a majority of the early events, and then we slowly grew, and then like we were like pioneers on the field. And then what's it called? What am I forgetting? We were like we were pioneers. Nobody was like us. Uniforms, whole shebang. But everything was really strict. And then when Dom took over, because he was never really a fan of the uniforms and whatnot, and I had to keep him in check. So he just like abandoned everything about authority that made it authority, and would just get super preachy and super like, ugh. And there were several times when he quote unquote, how I understand it is he gave leadership over to other people. But he didn't really do that, and he just oversaw them because he didn't have time. Now, in theory, that would be fine.
But friends.
Like, didn't ever really trust anyone. No, Omar, I'm streaming on YouTube.
Oh, no, don't say anything bad.
Evil Omar. Was Dom like a cult leader? I wouldn't put him like that. I would just say Dom was like a cult. The thing that me and anybody who knew him like to say is that he was a cult of personality. Because he like if you talk to him, he is a very he's easy to talk to when he's not spewing stuff, and he's not like a bad like. All in all, his shit isn't unreasonable, but he literally worked for Donald Trump when like all of the bad stuff was going on in America, and I don't want to like touch the politics of that, but he was super preachy on that and like violently anti a lot of stuff, and it wasn't. It always rubbed me the wrong way, but when it was under my lead, I was like, okay, you're not gonna talk about this shit. You're not gonna push religion on people. You're not gonna do whatever. When Dom took over, a lot of it was like he would have Bible readings. It was very much like the Christian Authority, and I don't know how to quantify that.
The Christian.
No, look, this all
If
sounds-
Cell
sounds
wasn't
very
working, I
weird.
really want, because Cell was the one who was there at that time.
Dude, this sounds so weird, but he didn't happen to sell merch, did he?
No, that's later in the story. You can't talk about that yet.
No, Cell is off.
Are you at work? If Cell's not working, he can fill in this part.
When did he get another job?
I don't. Recently, he had to get one immediately to like live, man.
Shit, that's awesome.
I'm doing this the least efficient way possible, so that way it's just like therapeutic. But this is not good. Let me go back and fix this, because this is bad. Oh, it's not even going to accept the loop cuts. I hate you. Hey, it's me. It's Verity. Where's...
I fucking hate this Verity guy.
Where is Gridfill? Did they move where Gridfill is? We're gonna see if Cell is awake. Gridfill Blender, because he can fill in that whole part of the story way better than I can. Where? Where is it now in the menus? Oh, it's in face mode? No, it's not. Face. Oh. Face. Oh, you bitch. No, it's just gonna be unnecessary faces. Fucking hell.
More what happened to story time, where we were all getting really invested.
Yeah, but I wanted Cell to be here to have his, because I don't. The problem is, for the next little bit, I don't know what happened.
Just skip on to when you came back then.
No, because there's a lot of lore from when I was gone. And I don't know the specifics of it, but I know bits and pieces. What VC are you in? Secret hidden VC.
You can't join this BC.
Yeah, this is me in Glodulus's office. Secret VC.
Secret evil office. Who's Night Guard M. Afton?
Michael Afton.
Who's Night Guard M. Afton?
Is this a remnant from the Pretty Bad Bears?
No. Okay, I don't think Cell is gonna wake up. So, somebody, when they decide that they want to edit together the entire history of the Authority, I guess, they can stitch in Cell's segment later. Put it right here. Editor, put it right here!
Dude, I don't think anyone's going to stitch all this together.
It's a note to myself. I'll do it at some point when I'm bored.
At some point, he'll do it like when War Master releases.
Why would I do it then? I'll be too busy on my War Master grind.
Wouldn't it be beautiful
out?
because your vice warden boarded and not boarded Jericho?
Can I come to Verity VC? No, Seraph, you can't come to Verity VC. Who? I know who can do it.
Cool.
Windex can. Windex can tell us. Okay, wait. Windex. VC, I need you to tell us what happened. We're talking about the entire history of the Authority. I need you to recount the Dom era. Here, I'll pull up the old server. I'll show you guys the old server.
Was Magnolia there? I don't think he was he?
He allegedly was. I don't remember him. I remember other people.
I was gonna say, I don't know if he's on, is he?
Oh, at some point, by the way, I turned this into a ministry server afterwards.
I heard about that.
And then that never did happen. Oh yeah, also we met up with Dev.
Hey, bro.
Okay, wait. Because from the point of Dom taking over onwards, I don't know what happened. Other than like the tidbits of him doing like
Okay, I can
meetings,
explain it.
The thing that did like
I can explain it, bro.
like and
I remember this.
Like fundraisers for boobies.
That was the thing. Oh, I missed that.
What's other highlights? Not merch. That's like the end of the tale of Dom. What are other hashtag Dom highlights? This isn't gonna. Oh, it is gonna.
No, don't grab.
This is Fino ganking us in verse 1. This is when all the devs were Heliodars because it just got finished. This was events.
Okay, I'll help explain it. So when you got removed, this guy was put in power, and because he is a patriot of the United States of America for all the wrong reasons, he decided that he would take the authority and he would take the United States and he would merge them in one. So he made the United Authority, and because of that, he let it. He was pretty normal for a while, and then he decided that he wanted elections because he works for Trump. I guess he just has something for elections. So he decided that he's going to take random kids from his guild, put them in charge, but secretly he has all the permissions and he's actually the one in charge. So yeah, he was kind of pulling the strings with like the authority having a fake leader. They would do a monthly election where the guild lost its identity over time because he wasn't really doing anything in game. He was more of a micromanager. He just wanted power over things while these kids did the work. And they didn't know what to do because the new leader every month is very bad because there's no vision for the guild anymore. No one knows what they're following. So by like 8 months in, I was looking at authority events and they were all in different colored authority commander codes. The leader was a Fire Hero Blade Arc Warder with the always AFK hair on, and it was horrible. Like, it was really bad. And all throughout this, Dom Hats is out here going and doing story time where a bunch of 13-year-olds need to listen to that one time a gay dude wrote a fanfic about him in high school, and he's been out of high school. He was a strange man. He would also religiously debate kids.
The other thing he would do, and this is even when it was still East Authority, is he would retail his like freshman year of college experiences in detail. And I don't think I need to give more information than that.
Yeah. I mean, like
So
it.
many questions.
So that happened, and then the whole merch scandal happened, where Canadian came like the most.
Wait, I have to.
What?
I have to honorable mention to the time that Dom turned on his camera of him with a beer in a bathtub and went on a
Shit.
stage channel.
Oh my god, was he naked?
Yeah, but he didn't show anything.
Yeah, okay.
Like he
Okay,
didn't show
but
his
it's
nipples,
still-
but he was naked and drunk in a bathtub.
Okay. Well, that's strange. Do they know about the merch scandal?
That's not yet. That's not yet.
Yeah, I mean,
guys keep
well, I mean,
watching
I'm kind of through it. So like, yeah, he eventually Kami was elected after I think this one guy. What was his name? He was like Duck. I don't know.
Demi.
The leaders weren't good at talking. They weren't good at anything. They weren't even in tune with the lore. Like they were bad. And he was just there because he wanted. Like he would constantly ask me and Matt, like, what if you guys just dissolve your guilds and become under authority, and we have a big authority under me? And we're just like, no. Another thing that he used to do was, because the Legion at that time was like the only other bigger guild. It wasn't this Legion, it was my guild, 100 Legions. He would try to spark conflict between us just because his guild was dying. Like, he would go, and I have screenshots of it, where he's like, can some people go spy on the Legion server and get me screenshots that we can use as ammunition so that people hate the Legion? Because that's how desperate he was. But me and Matt decided that we were just gonna ignore him and wait it out. And over time, like that guild just got worse and worse and just died. Like we were like it's like a modern day War for the East guild that's just run off mercs. Like we were just keeping them alive at that point. But when we stopped, they died. And then the whole merch scandal happened. That's where he was kicked out.
Said that on this stream. You were there for that, so you can say I do think we need to give a little bit more context on the other stuff that was happening at the time.
Yeah.
So during all of this, there was other lore guilds popping up, whatever, but they weren't necessarily. How was that? Because there was the whole Etria thing, right? With Joselito and private servers in the Lord region.
Oh yeah, but that came like, okay, this was like around the time where people started to realize that you can just go ask like the mods or whatever, and like they would actually do this stuff for you. We all thought it was impossible, or it was like a big ask, but it wasn't. Like, you know how we could just get like a private server for event now? Like that was still a thing then. We just didn't know. So I think Joselito was the first to find out about it. It didn't really go anywhere. Like he didn't use it at all. Like he's. But yeah, that was. I remember him existing. We kind of ignored him.
But he was the Lord Regent.
No, he had a Legion guild first, and it like dissolved into mine. I forgot what it was called. I think it was the Empire of Legion. He always says that same stupid name, bro.
Portugal? The Portuguese. What's the thing that he tried to do recently?
I forgot.
Tried to get us on.
The Spanish Empire?
Oh, it was the Spanish Empire.
Expects the Spanish Inquisition.
The best part of all of these little characters from these stories is that sometimes they still DM us.
That's really funny.
And most of the time it's not brought up anywhere else because nobody's been doing this shit for as long as me and Windex, except fucking Math, and we don't want to talk to Math. So it'll just be like, yo, Joselito DM'd me and he said, I want to start the Spanish Empire. Can I join War for the East?
Yeah, my favorite War for the East guild, the fucking Spanish.
Like Spanish versus Israel, and it's gonna go crazy.
These
They're just everyone's enemy. They have no allies.
They're just little, like, evil demons.
Dude, trust me, someday someone's gonna come with the Monastery of Myrrh and be the best War for the East.
The Monastery of War for the East faction will not exist.
I'll make it exist.
The crustaceans of the depths.
The crustaceans of the depths.
Only the depths crustaceans, and they fight the Authority Expeditionary Corps only. and they win because of
And
one
the divers.
talent description.
Oh my god, wait, no, you're right. The fucking description of the Inquisitors, the word.
Oh no, but then Kami ended up finding the person who owned. Okay, so here's the other thing. Old Deepwoken guilds, the only faction guild name that was actually owned by a developer was, well, okay, Knives was, and then Divers was owned by a mod, and then Hive was owned by Fino. But otherwise, all of them were just owned by random people who made it on like the first 2 days. So what happened was Kami found the person who had owned a Central Authority guild name, went and claimed it, and then claimed that they were the warden? Is that what
I don't
happened?
think that's no. What
Well, they
happened
did
was
do that.
they managed to talk to I think Archmage or something. I don't know the full context of what they did behind the scenes. All I knew is there was a certain date where the Central Authority guild name in game was going to be free at a certain date and time, where it would be open to the public. They just knew it would happen, and they thought, or they wanted to be the first to snipe it. But what happened was they ended up just going around LARPing that we're the chosen ones. They're giving it to us. They weren't giving it to them. I analyzed the situation, and I was like, you can only get it at this time, and you're gonna have to go rename. That's strange. Like I think the devs or whatever, whoever was behind that, was trying to give it to the public, and these guys just like started spreading the rumor that it was for them. So that was already the first thing, and then they didn't even end up getting it. Before they got it, they were so deceived by themselves that it was meant for them that they went around saying we're like the official one. Like that's just something you don't do.
And then the incident happened. Oh, and by the way, when that happened, Kami proclaimed themselves as the warden. I was contacted when that happened, when they actually got the name. They contacted me about this and they're like, we finally got the thing, blah, 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 you want to check it out? And I was like, okay, sure. And then at one point, I was so not caught up in the lore, so I just assumed that things had like greatly changed and whatever, because I had been working on like projects and whatnot, and I was off in my own world. I hadn't touched deep in ages. So I was contacted and I was told that Kami was one of the wardens of the East, and that there were actually multiple per individual luminant added by verse 2, and I was like, oh, okay, that doesn't really make sense at all, and if the devs wrote that, that's really shitty writing, but I don't know, I don't care, I'm not involved in this. Just wanted to point this out there. And then Windex, you can tell this part because you were there.
So Dom Hassett looked at his wallet and he was like, slick and a little empty. I love employing kids. That's him right there, because he had a server where he asked me and all of his authority high command. Basically, the ranking for the authority was like you would go up, you would climb the ranks. And now you're a part-timer in Dom Hassett's secret resume writing AI job, where you write people's resumes. So you're climbing the corporate ladder here. And he invited me to do this, and I politely said no. I should have been mean, but he looked at his pockets and realized I need a way to make money off kids. Like I was already employing them. I need to make money now. So he decided we are the official authority, and we're gonna sell official authority merch. Which is something you don't do. And I don't know why you want to do that.
If they could sell authority-related merch for server costs, but they didn't say that they could say it was official Deepwoken merch. That's the small caveat I will give them.
Yeah, but like they were already like the whole thing was cooked from the start. They weren't official. I'm pretty sure the name was being released to the public, not to them. If it was being given to them, they would have just gotten it. And now you're trying to sell official Deepwoken merch. You go and you announce in your server. I think like somehow I think there was a mod in there, or mod or two. I remember Trampek was in that server, and he was just looking at like everything go down. And they caught wind of it, and they were just laughing. Like they saw this, they were like, "What is this stupid shit? Why is the cutie so ass?" Then I think Archmage found out, and
from Hoselito, take it.
Yeah, But that was different. I'm gonna be honest. That was a different incident that I know more about. But like this was one of the things that really made them not trust us. Like they didn't trust the player base to have anything faction related at all. Like this is where that seed started growing that we can't trust these people. They're gonna do stuff like this. And then the Jose Lito incident happened, which is completely different.
That is a little bit blown out of proportion as well, because it wasn't just that. It was also Shirafune being a pedophile. That was the original Divers Leader, for those who don't know context.
Actually,
Shirafune was
Legion
a mod
leader as well.
and was the original leader of Divers. And one of the co-leaders was Robustic. And Robustic was very kind, and he did the original rank icons for Authority. And then Shirafune got outed at some point, which was like the beginning of the end, and then the merch thing. What happened with
And then
Rosalita?
one more. So there was this EU guild that had the official name, the 100 Legions. And we knew about them because our guild was the 100 Legions without the. But we were like way better in terms of all like LARPing and whatever. Our guild was bigger. Those guys, like if I went and got you their like screenshots, like it's not good. They allegedly had very unsafe content to look at. The leader said a whole lot of slurs. The server was horrific to look at. And someone I know went and made a ticket with all the proof and pinged Dark Mage, where he then saw that and said, "Oh no, this is bad news," because someone wanted them gone. That guild for being very unprofessional and having an official name. So Archmage found out about that. Jose Lito then caught wind of this because that guild, the 100 Legions, the EU one, they got scared. They went to Jose Lito. They said, "Please help us, Jose Lito. You're friends with Archmage and you've done work for the game. Please go vouch for us." So Jose Lito goes and he knocks back on that door. Yeah, he goes back and he knocks on that door. He should not have, like, we were telling him the whole time, please stop messing with things that you don't understand. Stop going back, stop making tickets, shut up. I swear to God, I said it like 40 times. He went back anyway for the 100 Legion friends that said too many slurs and were just a very bad representation of the community. He goes there and he starts begging to Archmage, "Look, I know what you saw. Please don't do anything," because they were scared they're gonna get housebanned or something. It's like, please. Archmage looked at this and said,
I don't want to deal
"Yeah, I'm
with this
done with
anymore."
all of you. I'm done with all of you. Give me a list of every single guild that has a close to official name or official name, and I'm gonna force rename them." And that's kind of where the guild renaming, like, you know, where guilds get tagged now and you see guild with a bunch of letters. Like that was the first time that happened.
By this point, well, this is also kind of skipping over. I was back by this point when this happened.
Oh yeah, that was a bad night for me, man. Because
I was living fine. I was completely chilling.
Dude, I got pinged at 2 a.m. Yeah, we were the 11th Legion. I typed it in, I got it. I was lucky. I think maybe because Shirafune got banned as leader or something. I don't really know. It was just out there.
No, Shiro was the diver.
You sure?
Yeah, Shiro was diver.
Maybe I don't know who it was, but someone left it for me.
They just left it.
Yeah, someone just let it go. Yeah, so he makes a list. I'm sad he excluded a few ones that I really wanted gone.
Did he check his guides?
Navage guided.
Did he check what?
Did he check the list twice?
I don't know.
No, I mean, well,
he also
not
just
even
generally
nice.
blacklisted a bunch of terms.
Yeah. Like he really cooked us there. Like he put in Lutriel, his Etria. I mean, I don't really know much about the guy. I've heard things, but he was definitely not involved in anything.
It was a rogue mod.
Yeah. Like my guild, like I woke up middle of the night, I was like guild RXV something, whatever. Like that sucked. That was a horrible night for me. I mean, luckily we had the rename. With permission, you know, I went and I got them
from Great Leader Ringgit.
Yeah, like he tried to LARP it so hard, bro. That whole incident. But I mean, I'm glad it worked out. For us, at least. For the others, it didn't. Like, the official ministry was rank 1 at the time. They got renamed, which it's called the official ministry. Like, that's not the
what do
ministry.
you want, dude?
Like, I don't know what. I feel like that one was a stretch. I don't think they had to get renamed because they're very clear. It's like we have the dark ministry now, like Kariki walking around.
No,
Like,
what
by that logic, he would have to go.
Official is black.
Oh yeah, official got gone. Oh yeah, I remember there was a guild called Just Official, and they got renamed too.
Yep.
Poor guys. But yeah, that whole thing happened because we told Joselito, please stop messing with things that you don't understand. He goes back, and then he like, bro, he could have left me out of the list. Like, what a snake, bro. Had to take my guild from me. Then yeah, we all got renamed. You were fine. You didn't get touched because East Authority doesn't really count.
I mean,
Neither did Invades Guided.
But a bunch of these things also at the time, like, some of these were already at play and, like, we knew was happening. And this is where the hero of the East returns by making Seltor Guild. So,
oh yeah, Seltor, yay!
So I had come back to Deepoke and I was playing with my brother. Neither of us were exploiting. And we were just dicking around with builds, and I'm like, oh, I was kind of having fun. And then I tried a union thing. Or no, first I tried a I tried one of them first.
You tried Ministry too.
Well, I was just gonna join Ministry.
No, you wanted to make a ministry where you would spy on Mathildus' events, and he like just screenshotted your whole DM pitch, and he sent it to me, and he was like, "Look at this idiot," and I was like, "Wait, give him a chance, come on."
And he forgot. He forgot who the goat of the East is.
Yeah. But then we looked at TUA, and then we pulled some strings there.
Yeah, so then we did this cool thing, and everybody came up to Kami, and then we all said, hey, look, this is the original leader of the thing. He's not an evil exploiter anymore. He's not banned. He's not chase banned. Abdicate your position immediately. And then they did. And then they did. And then nobody was happy with that. And then we told them to shut the fuck up, and then I told everybody my plans and then what I was going to do to fix everything, and then they were less unhappy. Some people were less unhappy.
Yeah, I remember that. We pulled a lot of strings. Like, what happened was Kami was like the whatever 15th president of the United Authority, and then like Kami resigned because the guild was dying. And then this one guy, I forgot his name. There was like a duck in there. There was a different guy.
Demi.
No, there was a new guy. He was the new leader after Kami.
Demi Duck. Demi. Final.
Yeah, Demi. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy. He was leader.
Fat ass.
I thought you were saying Kami. I thought you were saying Kami.
I said Demi.
Yeah, that guy. I see him around sometimes. He is actually like the one who was in charge. He gave it up.
Yeah. Dude, well,
that
the
was
other thing is Demi
funny.
is like Dom's #1 little child laborer.
Wait, what was it? Attempted espionage? His blacklist reason?
Yes, because he was trying to spy for Dom.
Boy, he's so stupid, bro.
Like, there's no way to quantify that. And this was before we had Inquisition. We just found this dumbass doing this shit.
When you got brought back and Demi let you be in charge, I remember how opposed most of the authority was, especially Cell. Like, he was very mad about it.
Cell was very mad about it.
So was Math.
I VC'd with Math. Wait, was Math on board or against it at that point? I don't.
He was pretty like he didn't really have much of an opinion, but I was trying to sway him. I was trying to tell him that like this is a good thing.
Well, because you guys don't remember, but I was he clearly didn't remember that even if I was exploiting, I was the one organizing shit back then. And back then, so the thing that I left out is that I may or may not have made an alt and then made a legion on it because I wanted to have a proper enemy, and then ganked authority events with auto parry on my Legion alt, and then would try to recruit for the Legion. But basically, the idea for War for the East has existed for forever, and
No one can make it work.
I had started with the stuff for it, and then I got nuked, and then I came back, and then a whole bunch of the other. Okay, so the other thing after this is I came back. This whole hostile takeover. Cell was not happy, and then I VC with him. He's like, "Oh, this is actually like genuinely the most like qualified person to do this."
You wanna know my POV? It was pretty funny. So when we got you in, everyone was like crashing out. Then you said you were gonna host that one stage.
I have the chat.
Yeah, but you were gonna host that one stage, right?
Hold on.
So
I have the chat log. All of this happening. Of the second.
Yeah, I was there.
triggers.
I was there for that. But you said you were gonna host the stage and like explain like why you were cut out for it. And I was like, wait. My guy Chopins is a former Authority member of your time, and he always glazes that like experience that he had. So we got him in the stage. We had me in the stage. We had you in the stage.
We had him advocating.
And you just and he just kept sending all the old propaganda photos, and like they were like, "This looks so cool."
The second that these guys sent the right after I pinged everyone with like a State of the Union address, basically saying, "Here's what's happening. I was the original leader. I'm fixing everything. Everything's going to be nuked." Except for the channels, and everybody will still be able to see the old channels, but I'm redoing the whole server. And then they're like, "Yo, what is going on?" I'm like, "I'm gonna do a stage," and it's like, "Damn, bro, Warden being passed around like it's." Because this was after. Who's it? Oh, Scott Bladow. This is right after it had like just been passed. I don't know who this is. I have no idea who this is.
May have been.
And then look, this
I
is
don't
Cell. Look how angry Cell was. This single-handedly, he was talking so much shit. And in that old stage, he was
Back to
talking-
ruins.
But then I VC'd with him, and then he turned into like my right hand. Math and 2 mod guilds said he was the best option. I don't know what he mean when he meant when he said that.
Bro, to be honest, like what for my POV, I saw him that whole stage. He was so against it. He wanted you gone. I came back the next day. I look at your screen share. You guys are doing Duke together, cracking jokes like your buddy. I was like, bro, one day? What? Yesterday this guy was your mortal enemy. Now you're doing Duke together?
And that's
How did this happen?
That's when you remembered that the evil villain of the East had returned.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, when I was in that stage and you had a whole guild that hated you, and you were slowly turning them over, I went to Matt and I said, this guy knows what he's doing. Like, unironically, I'm not even trying to glaze right now. I went to Matt and I said, I just watched him take like, what was it? It was like 30 people on that stage. They were all just hissing at you, and by the end, they were proud. They wanted to be a part of this future. Like, and then I saw that having to sell. I was like, this guy is crazy charismatic. He would be a great leader. I'm glad we just did some
Crazy
some
charismatic,
Chopin
and I
magic.
don't do bad time Bible study. Crazy idea, I know. I don't.
Yeah,
I
story
don't
time,
force
guys.
any form of religion onto my impressionable young guild. Crazy.
It's like a curse. Like Dom was the uncle, Kami was the auntie, and then like there were just 9-year-olds in here. Like even though they shouldn't even be here, but they were just kids. Just like,
Oh my
I
god.
don't know what was
Oh
happening,
my
bro.
god. There was this one guy in Deep Open Info that had a thing about that where Dom told him to shut up because he was like, this guy's 9 years old, and he's like, that's okay. Hold on.
He was checking the report cards. Like that's actually, now that I think about it, he had his members send their report cards to
You
him.
didn't. Okay, if they were redacting the names, that's kind of based. Like, don't drop your grades for Deep Open, whatever.
But that's like private info on there, is it not? Like,
well, if you're
what if a
I-
kid
that's
didn't
why I
crop
said
it out?
if you censor it. If you're
Yeah,
not,
I think
no,
you
that's
better have been censoring it.
Hold on, let me find the thing where this guy talks too fucking much. He sent the things because this was a TUA member who's coming. Oh, here you go. Oh, okay. It's still his community. I have to check if he's breaking Discord. Think he's under TOS or under 13 or what? Yes. Stop digging. He said he was over. Your request is denied. Don't disrespect him again. Even if he's under, I'd rather not know that fact because he's part of the community and we'd have to remove him. Do you understand how fucking wrong that is? I don't care if he's a tiny child. If I know it, then I can be incriminated. Like, what's wrong with you? Okay. What part of the story were we at?
We're past where you got in charge. So this is where like the Ringus gang like made enemies with you, and then you moved to like Matilda's,
So
and then we had fights.
yeah. So what happened? What happened was I came back. We'll see if announcement still even goes back this far, because I don't remember if this is the original one or the one before it. As we're scrolling, the gist of what happens was I took over, and it was basically like authority pre, because it wasn't exactly like when I founded the guild. So when I founded the guild, I had 2 people, and we would go to events, and we would slowly gain people, because there was no guild like it. We had way more publicity that I knew how to manipulate at that point, and so we grew faster when I came back, and I had officers that were kind of. It was Claire Echo. Claire Echo was not reliable. Cell was reliable, so me and Cell would just grow things off of that. And then, but this was like a few weeks after Windex basically made it so I could come back. He had this little evil villain named Ringist. Now, Ringist has his own myriad of issues that are like, I, I don't know. Windex, how would you describe him? How would you describe your best friend Ringist? Oh, he's deafened. Okay, this is like right after we took over. Cell was like, we need to fund the guild base. Okay. Oh, and there's one other person that we've forgotten to talk about in this equation, and that's Eric. Eric was he was in the original guild. I'll see if I can find shit from him. Eric was really annoying, and there's a very funny old video of Cell screaming at Eric that I don't know where it is. But Eric was like another one of Dom's little buddies, but he was rambunctious. He was rebellious. And he went off and made his own thing. Did Eric ever interact with y'all, Windex?
Eric? Yeah, a lot. Are you talking about the head recruiter of TUA?
Yeah, but then after he left and tried to make his own thing.
He tried to make like 3 authority guilds, they all failed.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept trying to like ally us or whatever, but like he existed at the same time that you did, and we kept telling him to just go to you, and he would just always say no. That was like our only interaction with him.
Yeah, and then so I did, when I finished my reforms, I reopened recruitment, and then the big thing was out competing Eric and some other people because they would spam ads, and I was like, we weren't big enough to completely overload any and all opposition. So at this point, it was scrambling, and it was reassembling fragments of the authority back into a united authority, but not the united authority. So there was a lot of that in this early era of the return era. But in that time, basically a week later, well, we'll see, because this is when it's reopened in November of 2024. Okay, so unification outreaches by Kami, absorbing Grand Authority. We absorbed several guilds. And this literally 1, 2, 3 weeks after restarting, we brought back ceremonies. So that's how long that's been back, by the way. And for many months, I was actually hosting those before I decided that I don't have time, because I don't. Granting a free slot that has Adret to be eligible. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, nobody ever met the requirements for this, by the way. for the free adret slot, that was never met by a single person. This was also still when adrets were the only ones that had ranks, so we were racist again for a little bit. Not actually racist, but deep oaken racist. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So was it that when we, we have a treaty with Evan Spear. So was it, what happened? Windex, are you back?
What do you mean?
Because
Yeah,
it looks like we weren't allied at the very beginning of me coming back, because I had to make an announcement in December of me. Well, maybe I just didn't announce it. That
I think you didn't. Yeah.
There was an era where I basically had just come back, and then I still don't know what happened with this. Basically, Evan Spear turned into terrorist and would gank authority events. I don't. Why was that?
Let me explain. Okay, so the group that I was the leader, and at the time, I just wanted to fit in with my friends, so I didn't really. I wasn't really like. I wasn't too much of a leader at the time. I was more just following what they were doing because they were my friends. I didn't want to be left out, which is bad. It was very bad because what happened was these guys are like parasites. Like if they don't have someone to make their whole lives about and gank all day, then there's no reason to exist. And what Evan Spear used to be, or the 11th Legion, was literally their whole existence was to gank the official ministry and their events and find new ways to snake them. I realized this, I was like, dude, stop. Like, we have our own identity. We are the Legion. Like, why is this? If the ministry stopped doing events, we would actually die because you have nothing to do but gank them. They kept doing it. It wasn't just the ministry though. Nevada's Guided was a victim. We made them pay monthly taxes so that they could leave their guild base and do faction events. That's how much we ganked them. We ganked them so much. Mathildas was willing to pay a note tax to us monthly so they could leave their guild base because you couldn't see guild bases on the map. Like they sat in there. They were terrified. And then Math was with you. You were, they weren't paying their taxes at some point. They got a little bit of an ego, and then now our whole little parasite group was like, okay, East Authority and the ministry. We have 3 people to just leech off of because there was nothing going on. Like we had like a faction event, like a once in a while. Like at the very start, it was my vision that all these guys came in, and I kind of let them go free because I didn't want to be left out. But yeah, eventually I did move them.
The activity was about the same as it was before I instilled their little Legion quota on them of hosting events.
Before that, it was good. Before that, we were set. It was my vision. Like it's just I got like I guess I was just going through it, bro. I didn't want to not fit in. But eventually, they tried to overthrow me. They started just making fake shit up about me. They made a document. It was my whole desire at the time was to fit in, and then they kind of just went behind my back. They started playing without me. They started doing all that. It was very hurtful at the time, but eventually they got to a point where I had just decided I'm gonna ban them all. I kind of killed the Legion, which is why I was avoiding it. But it was a healthy thing to do because we started over. We fell back a lot. But we climbed back up, and that is the Evan Spear Legion we have today. And it was a very hard and difficult job trying to convince to you and Matt that the parasites that ganked you are gone. This is the new guild that actually is run by my decisions.
Is that it went back and forth like 8 times when they would be like, it's genuinely like Israel, like we're not gonna break the treaty, and they immediately terror bomb. It's like, okay, so we're not
fucking amazing comparison.
And this whole time, Toast ADE, the Deep Woken mod, loved what Evan Spear was doing through Chopin's, right? Chopin's?
Yeah, Chopin's randomly came to me and was like, I'm friends with Toast, a senior mod, and I was like, okay, that's good news, maybe Toast can come look at our events, and I mean, Chopin's carried. Yeah, so that's why we kind of came around and we were like, okay, let's try to fix this. Plus, the proof that we had that group was not like what the Legion really was because they started ganking the Legion itself, and then the Authority, and then like they continued their work and added us to the list. So I think you guys saw that, okay, well, they're ganking the Legion too now, so it's really not them. They were telling the truth. And because of them, because of them and technically Chopin's,
Okay, wait, no,
we
you're
got
getting
to
ahead of
have
yourself.
war for the East at this
You're
level.
getting ahead of yourself. You're getting ahead of yourself, Windex.
How, bro? How?
Okay, because there's still more to this. So, after the evil terrorists were doing their thing, I wanted to do things with Legion again because Neve was dead and had 5 people. And anytime we tried to do an event, it would just be boring and small and lame and gay. So, instead what we did is, I think we just reached out and we were like, we want to be friends with Legion, and then like Mythilus is like, okay, but we're not going to do events with you if you're doing stuff with Legion. I'm like, okay, this is just pussy shit. So then we were like, okay, Windex, we're friends again, yay! So then we did that, and they had kicked out those evil villains. The evil villains were gone. No more evil villains. So then, happy-go-lucky, we started doing basically a prototype version of War for the East, but it was just Evan Spear and Authority, which is basically the whole first season, anyways. But what we would just do events, and I would make little documents and outlines for them, and then we would do them. And then was it the first one that we invited Toast to, or is it one of the like
It wasn't the first one.
Third.
The first one was at Fort Mayor. Remember we were standing on that rock where you would reset your rep, and you guys were down in the grass. I don't know if you remember this. There's a photo of it. It was later on. We were gonna do I think a Song Seeker
The original
event or
one was
something.
kind of shitty though. I don't even think I
Yeah.
was there at that one.
It was Star Swept. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some like ass one, but then eventually we invited Toast to come view them because we knew that she liked it, and I don't think that there was any intent behind that at all. I think we just genuinely just were like, "Hey, this is a cool person.
Yeah.
Come look at our thing that we do." Because
Yeah.
she was cool. We always loved Toast. Toast was our bestie. And then
I remember that gank. I remember that gank, bro. Toast was there, flying around Song Seeker. We're supposed to do our event 10 minutes ago. Instead, the whole Legion Snake team was all on like the craziest shark builds. There's like 8 of them in the water at Song
all of
Seeker.
Evan Spear was like sharks at this point, by the way.
Yeah, they were sharks, we were sharks. It was a shark war. And Toast is flying in the air, looking down, saying, "What has happened to the state of this game? What has this game come to?" I remember seeing Toast say something along those lines. We had merged, like Ministry Reborn. Their leader left to play Marvel Rivals. It was from the official Ministry. They made a new guild, and then their new leader also snaked them. They all came to Evan Spear. Evan Spear at this point was like a super guild. We had like all the people. We were up there. We were back. We had a rank 1. This is where we started our streak. Yeah, he was there too. So we were just trying to fight them. We also had allies from Tail. We had allies. We were actually allied to Tail. We had all these people trying to fight Ringus thing. But the thing is, sharks were so strong at the time, it would take like a few hours to get them out the server.
And it just wouldn't be worth it. And then eventually, we didn't bring anything up to Toast. Toast just said, "Can you send me the IDs of everyone in the server?" And we're like, okay. And then we did that, and then she made this. So, okay, one thing that people have to understand: there are 3 types of private servers. There's event temporary private servers, full access private servers, which are the green ones, and then there's shitty private servers. And the first versions that we got were the shitty private servers, where you'll just get teleported into it, and then if you leave, you can't rejoin. Those are really bad for events. But it was really good because we were ganked by the evil monster villains. Oh, excuse me. We were ganked by the evil monster villains. And we did not like that at all. Winx continuously going on Defen is not helpful because he's like the remnant of this bygone era. But eventually we did more events, and then they kept getting ganked by Chaldea, and then we kept inviting Toast to things, and then sometimes she would make us little temporary private servers, and then eventually she was just like, I can just make you guys servers if you send us it in advance. So we're like, oh, okay, sick, we'll do that. So then we started just doing actual rosters, and then we filmed and recorded it. The first one that we did, it's still up on our YouTube, it's like, we did it against mods. That was against, because we had like, we didn't have as many connections as we do now.
The heretics known as the Star Kindred Faith have plagued us for far too long.
We're not playing it.
On this
We're not playing it. We're not playing it. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
That was because we had like.
Are you watching the stream? We had so we invited one of our mod friends and his buddies to be Star Kindred, and then we did like a lore joint thing between the Authority and the Legion, getting rid of Star Kindred. All the lore in that is bad, by the way, and incorrect, because I didn't know the current year of Deepwoken. My bad all. Because I didn't see a dev statement from like 2 poop farts ago. But that was fun. So we did that. We posted that video. Toast loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then around then was when the more, then she basically, what happened before was I wasn't the one contacting them, but I was the one organizing everything, and we would just have to send it through Shopins. And then we had a group chat. And then eventually I just asked if I could just add Toast and then just send her the info for it anyways, because it was like going through 30 separate channels, and it would like clutter up and then whatever. So then eventually it just turned back into I'm having control over it. And then we officially organized it into War for the East. Yay! And then War for the East did its thing. Oh, this is a history of the Authority thing, not history of the War for the East. Okay. Let's watch all of that in action through the Authority announcements. Windex, what is your take on the previous things? This is about
like what in specific? Oh, that. Oh, okay.
Oh, look at my pike.
I think the events are good. I mean, it's actually War for the East is super healthy because it's like what the thing is, like throughout the few years of the Lord Guild stuff, like we could never make it work. Because guilds would always just end up beefing with each other. People wouldn't like people, leaders wouldn't like leaders. But we finally had something strong going between the Legion and the Authority to where we could actually bring in a third guild. Because before that, it was always just 2 guilds that tried to make that bond, and then it didn't work out. And then if they even tried to add a third guild, the former 2 would break, and then the third one would also break, and everyone was just mad.
Don't act like you weren't an active hindrance in expanding it.
Yeah, well, I was, but the thing is, I also tried one.
When we tried re-expanding War for the East for more things, just because we wanted to like grow the Lore Guild community, we wanted to bring back Innove's Guided, and Math was on board, I was on board, but Windex was being pissy.
No, I was not. You got this all wrong, bro. Do you remember the group chat?
Do you
remember the group chat? He was mad.
You were both mad. And I would get one of you.
You were trying to say, oh, Windex was just a kid.
It's like the thing of the 2 dogs barking at each other.
Okay. Well, to be fair, I wanted him in. Don't you remember, bro?
You did, and then you
wanted him here.
You did, and then you didn't. And you were both so fucking pissy, and it was obnoxious. Oh, as hashtag Authority veterans can see, I used to not abuse my announcements channel. And it would only be every like few weeks that an announcement would be made. And I would actually LARP it, and it was cool. I need to start doing this again. But then, as you can see, the first video.
Oh, yeah, we edited that together.
By that you mean you edited it, and then I gave you ideas, and then would like be like, okay,
yeah,
let's do the thing like this. We need to edit videos again. I don't know why we haven't been doing it.
The problem is there's no footage. Like I want to edit so badly.
Bitch, we have
there's no footage.
Like
I swear to God, go look.
On back.
Go look right now. There is no footage. Go look right now. I promise you, I would have had 10 videos, bro. Bro, there is not a single file in there, bro.
It also doesn't help that nobody really records like they used to.
Yeah, because the events are like kind of shitty now. Like, can you go back to writing them, bro? Like, if you write the event, it'll be recorded because we know it's not gonna be a bunch of bullshit. Right now, we got like
event versus
I mean, those documents are getting sent in those tickets. I feel like he is our best writer. Like, he's the type of guy where we need to write that the Legion will land on the beach and place their guild base, and he would go and he would write, the Legion will attempt an amphibious landing on the shores of Verity.
No, that's not what he does. No, that's not what he does.
That's what he did.
The shit that he would do, I can't. His fucking things don't work gameplay wise half the time. So I'll read his docs.
He's a good writer.
He gets mad whenever I host his events, and then I go, "I'm reading this, and this is fucking ass. We're doing this in a reasonable method instead. Fuck you, Sneepity." And he gets mad about that.
I enjoyed that he was like, he looks smart. Like, do you remember when he crashed out at the Union leader for trying to write an event and he was dyslexic and like Sneepity was just like, "You're stupid." Like, I was laughing so hard.
Okay, Elijah is stupid. That's the difference. Because
that was so funny. Like, he just like Elijah was just saying, "Bro, I'm dyslexic, I'm trying," and Sneepity's like, "You need to go back to school." And he's normally not even mean. He's like one of the kindest guys I've ever met. And he's just reading like bad English because he's out here like a PhD of like in writing. not in the gameplay wise, but he's definitely a lot better than most of us when it comes to making things sound a lot more complicated than they have to be.
Yeah. Okay, and then at this point we started doing War for the East stuff. It was fun. It was amazing. Yay. And then polls. And then we started doing Robux for merit, and then we learned later that we couldn't do that, so we silently discontinued it. Some retired person pinged everyone 100 times, called me racist when I was fucking with Kami for being Quebec.
I was there for that.
I forgot about that. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, guys, isn't this a beautiful era? Look, one announcement in January, the next announcement is in March. Oh, wait, I know why this happened. It's because I deleted all the unimportant ones. And I don't do that anymore. Okay, so we're just going to ignore that then. Blah, blah, blah. We all used to do that. At Maple Bell, happy birthday. What is Bear Trap? What was this one? Oh, this is just another War for the East event thing. Oh, and then this is when I had rejoined the Nav server. And Nav server era was when we were kind of low-key. Nav server at that time was like the Met Gala. That's where you met people to like get connections and whatever. So we were kind of making some moves. And then what a secret. Mike Pike birthday, blah blah blah. We kidnapped Mike Pike, put him in the birthday dungeon. That was whatever. I don't know what secret is. Oh, I do know. Secret was for someone's birthday. I don't remember whose birthday it was, but it was someone's birthday. Also, side note, there's some no, that was in April. I think I just removed all the Authority Day stuff for my birthday.
Speaking of birthdays, do you remember the fucking Operation Kingmaker thing?
Yeah.
That was entirely Magnolia. I don't know what the fuck he wanted to do with that.
He just wanted to do a birthday thing for me, because I do birthday things for other people. But I'm not going to schedule my own birthday party. I didn't want to
Why wouldn't you
do anything.
This is the method.
No, it just feels egotistical.
No, it is.
Also, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, this was me sneaking Titus, by the way. I don't even remember how I learned about this, but it was me sneaking Titus.
You knew about Blight.
Sneaking.
We knew about, I think this was before then.
Yeah, but you did come and tell me at some point that, oh my god, Blight Surgery looks so cool, it's a shame I can't use it. And then you were the first one to get it, so it didn't even matter.
I was the actual first Blight Surgery, this is true. On fucking Burkett Barbus. You
Arrows,
can see
is
that
that
build
you?
being progged.
because I
when
wiped
the
it.
credits of a War for the East video.
Oh yeah, I wiped it because I didn't think
Me
the
and
stats
Index
would match,
duo
and then they
progged it
did.
because it had the worst stats in the world, and then we were doing the cha-cha slide at Star Swept randomly during our prog. Because the thing is,
I found it.
during this era, it was another era of Mord doesn't run the authority, everyone else does, and Mord makes sure that everything works, which is
Look,
fortuitous eras. So I would just play shit with Windex or with Navs. What is this ping? Yeah,
it's timestamped. If you look at it. It's right after.
that was me birthday party. Windex birthday party. Wait. So the cousin tag did work with this
Oh,
style of name, but they just completely fucked it. How do they even do that? Okay, but yeah, this was. I didn't. Officer? Notice how I'm in Perfect Legion attire? This one has a pale morning, and this one is a homeless person.
That was his birthday.
And notice Snapshot being in femboy attire. That is Snapshot, by the way.
Yeah.
Punching. Confuso thumbnails were so peak. I hate how other things overperformed like our really high effort ones.
No, that was the highest performing one right there. And that was no effort.
I thought Red Arrow won.
Wait, actually, it may have gone.
Yeah, and then we pinged for Windex birthday. Blah blah blah, and he got spam ping everywhere. Do we feel more invested when I play with y'all? I'm bored of Deep Woken. Yes, this was again back in an era when I wasn't really playing with authority. I would just play with navs and people. The justification for that was it is such a fucking politics networking game with like and it's not that these weren't my genuine friends, but it would be like I don't know. The other thing is that it got to the point where people were like, "Oh my god, it's this guy! Wow, it's this dude! He's so whatever." Or it'd be like, "Vice Warden," blah, 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 and people were like fanboying too much. But then when you join like VC with like fucking Kaido, Mike Pike, Worm Cave, Infected, and like big names who don't give a fuck about who you are, it's like, oh, this is kind of sick, and you can just like share anecdotes and stuff. But it was in that era when I was off doing that and playing Nubby Number Factory with Worm Cave. And then I started playing with Authority Morgan, War for the East reaction roll. Okay. By the way, at this point, opt-out reaction roll, from this point until like 2 months ago, everybody was automatically given the War for the East roll, and we never remembered to fix that. But just by the way. And then there was this stuff. This is when feedback channel was added, and then we did Crate War. I edited this. Confusa drew this, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And then we did the next War for the East video, which is Ceramid Siege, which is a lot of fucking effort to edit. It is a really cool video.
Following captures.
And then some tester people asked me to share this. This was when me and Windex won our first set of titles, and then Windex got the Imperator or Legate Achilles thing. That whole thing was so clutch. Oh my god.
We really. I have the clip. You want to see it? We planned that through and through.
Like we
and
were ready.
It
for
paid off.
Because like I've never been good at deep PvP, but I'm like light Yagami, and I was like, okay, we could do this, and then we went ahead and we would check out the movement pattern that we would take, and then we had these time saves. We wiped out half the lobby with cannons. That
Yeah,
shit
off
was
rip,
fun.
bro. Take a look at my clutch. There's actually a guy in front of me, Dogbert Dora, and this look at my clutch ass slide jump, bro, jumping over his head.
This is Windex. This is the guy doing the thing.
And there's the cannon guys bombing us in our pre-planted boat. I was so locked.
So what you had to do here, because you didn't explain it right. At Monkey's Paw, we all had to be there for like 10 minutes and then survive. And then that's when I got eliminated. And then I was just helping monitor, because at this time I was also a Tourney Tavern host. Because I was way closer with those guys. And then I was in the boat here with them. Or no, I wasn't. Sorry. Windex was here. He jumps his ass and hits the line.
I remember, you know what's crazy? I don't remember doing that. I was so scared of losing in that moment. It's like YBA SBR, like the good old days where we're about to hit the line, you don't even know. I didn't even know that I won. Like, you see very obviously I did win here. I didn't know. I was that scared. Until we went and we reviewed it and they actually said I did.
And then Worm Cave joined the VC and started screaming. He's like, "You guys won! You guys won!" We're like, "Let's fucking go!" And then I pinged everyone. Which was not.
I mean, it got scary at times. Remember how my internet went out and like, dude, I was running back and forth.
And then we had to be like, "Yo, his internet just got like a major surge. Can we get like a 5-minute grace?" And he's like, "Luckily, the hosts were our friends."
Yeah, it took me 10 minutes actually. And you know what's even worse? Let me tell you how that went, because I really didn't tell you. So, my internet for the longest time had a noise problem. I didn't end up fixing this until a year later, where randomly, due to line noise, my upload speed would drop to just 0. So I would be receiving things in real time, but my game would be freezing from my end. So the only way I knew how to fix it back then was to re-plug it in and hope to just fix itself, which wasn't really doing anything. So I was running back and forth, letting that internet restart. And while I was running back and forth, my mom in the kitchen was yelling at me like, "You're always on that game. You don't do anything with your life." I'm like, "Bro, please, all right, now. There's a deep open title on the line. I can't be doing this." The panic was insane. And then you're calling me on my phone, where I'm using data to say, yo, give me 3 more minutes.
Yeah,
that was so
put
stressful.
On the mic for Worm Cave. And Ermi.
Yeah, and then
what's his name? Fucking ass.
And this was after, like, remember we were at Fort Where and we had like the 2 top 250s on us, and we somehow you got away and I killed one. I don't know how that happened.
No, we clutched the fuck. We
I
learned
know.
half the lobby. Fucking, we're ahead the whole time until that breaking point that they designed where, like, if you're ahead, you actually don't instantly win. It was kind of crazy. And then, yeah, that whole event was insane. They don't really host shit like that anymore.
Kronos, you want to know something funny? You and I both know what we did before the event started to guarantee us that win. While we were waiting, there were some people in Roblox chat saying a certain Gojo character.
No. Nothing happened.
No, I'm not saying anything about that. Like, psychically, we just like knew that these people were not in it to win because they didn't even get the thresher mount. We
right
even
after
mastered
got
that.
banned from Deepoken for saying Poochie, and then 3 people did it and got banned right in front of us.
And then there was this one guy playing like Macarena and his like mic. That dude got boomed, and then like another guy didn't learn from him and then played music like. We lost like a good 6 because they were just all being stupid and they wanted to LARP Steel Ball Run on their thresher mounts playing music, and Roblox was just like not having any of it.
And then we were like the only ones that actually had thresher mounts at the end.
Yeah, and it was good. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but thresher mount is actually a good tech for climbing. If you release it at the right time.
And it's a good tech for distance. And we put it at like the only 2 places it was available to wall skip a thing. Like, we had a route. We were ready.
Yeah, we remember we they banned head stacking, and then we had a workaround, and we went through our whole upper route at the bottom of the map,
Yeah,
which
we
is now
got
Circa Point.
We were like, we have it on film. We didn't head stack.
Yeah, and they thought we did. We were just that good.
Okay, and then this was when War for the East server was made, and then we made a requirement, and Evansphere didn't because they're little shitters. Oh, we have 1,000 members in War for the East now. When did we fucking pass that?
It's because of the drip contest. Don't you remember we went from 800 up to this because of the drip? Because bro, you gotta admit, Mullen was putting in crazier. I went and I got like 15 guilds. Every guild server I was in, I had them participate. Mullen every deep league stage was saying, "Yo, go do the Evansphere drip contest. Go do it." He was LARPing in the deep league chats. He was crazy LARPing it, bro.
Okay, that makes sense why he would be more mad about it. I thought he just like designed the thing and then just.
And then it just
happened.
did a lot. He sent all the deep league people to participate.
I thought he was just mad because I didn't go off the event document, and I was like, it's not that big a deal.
I don't even know, but I mean, it's over now. I'm glad. Who won again? Wasn't it the?
It's a guy. It's Etri.
Oh yeah, I remember. He's he did an authority cosplay.
Yeah. I don't know. I think some of the other ones probably. I liked some of the other ones more, but like by the objective scale and whatnot, he won. And Recontour liked his second, third. No, I think Recontour liked his the most, and I don't know why. Nav's guy birthday, Flusker. We left Flusker. Recruitment officers. Current rank system fire to prove point on Legion. Oh yeah, this was because I was telling Legion that they needed to fix their ranks because they're shit. Still haven't fixed them, by the way. Just
what do you mean something? No, we're going off the end game stuff.
No, I meant like because you don't have functional ranks.
Okay, well the thing is like it would be hard to introduce
give everyone admin. That has not ever.
No. That was very old. There's like 3 people at admin right now. The thing is like the problem with the Legion is we ganked for fun to the point where ganking was the only thing that was fun. And sure, we could do the LARP events, but we had pissed off so many people by like doing the rank 1 stuff that if we had gone on our Legion builds to LARP, those people would come on their greatest builds, trying their absolute hardest just to ruin the experience for us because we did that to them. So the problem became we either LARP and get fried, or we fry people and LARP at the same time, which is where we got like all the pale morning shit and the Gale Heavy Army.
I don't know, man.
And then like our events were dead. For like the new players, like it wasn't there.
We're kind of frying people on Doobie Goober Authority builds. Y'all could have done.
Yeah, but like
y'all could have done.
Like the thing is, as ganking gets more competitive, like you can't really rely on that.
My name is Windex, and I will make excuses so that way I don't have to.
I'm good now.
No, dude, Vigils is more complicated of a ranking system than Legion.
Yeah, but the thing is,
you are outdone by me 6.
Yeah, but okay, that's a little pushing it right there. You as a whole are outdone. I don't think he's broken all the records I have. I think those are gonna stay right there. I kind of went in a different direction. I'm not gonna lie. For better or for worse, we weren't the full LARP. And for me, the problem was I couldn't find any people who actually had it in them to lead that would be like up to my standards. So it was always me doing it, and I would just get tired. And I would just stop, which is what's happened all the time.
I just cultivated more leaders and had people do the grunt work. Why is me 6 on blue? I was trying to prove a point, and then me 6 got on blocks fruits. Okay, so this was the official Titus reveal. I think I had teased this like several months early. I did these outfits. I was consulted about these. This isn't me, but they several tester buddies thought that my stuff was underappreciated, so they wanted to put more in the thing. So they They went as me, and then they consulted me, and I gave them outfits for all of it. And then they did that. And then Water Flame Hunter 3000 did this fucking thing, which I did not design. But as you can see, this came to inspire an NPC later. I wonder who that would be.
Chad Sahet. Chad Sahet.
No, not Chad Sahet. 100 merit if you imprison Flame. Yeah, I was so pissed about this. Do not kill. Evan Spear. Yeah.
Hate.
There's a constant rivalry. I hate beloved leader Morad. I don't know. I think that this was genuine, not a. All of these people did genuinely hate me, except
Wait.
him. This guy didn't like me. This guy really didn't like me. This guy hated
Dude,
me.
I feel like
I didn't.
Wait, is that Roan Rada Merci? Is that? I mean, I feel like he should hate you. You
That
clown on
was
his art way
Massey.
too much.
Roan doesn't know that I clown on his art.
I
Roan,
wish
if
he
this is
knew,
how you
bro.
figure out that I've made fun of your art before, I'm sorry. I love you. You're a very nice man, and you're fun to be around.
Look at you switching up. Look at this.
But your
None
art's
of that
not
was from the
very
heart.
good. I'm sorry, Roan. Do we feel about command feedback, sir? Okay, so there was a lot of stuff. I want to give like divisional history. Because, okay, so at this point, Handbook had been out. We had Authority. Okay, Windex is gone, so I can do more Authority. So at this point, it's just PK, Shock. Shock is dead at this point because Cell's not active anymore. Story of Shock's life, and Expeditionary. And Expeditionary was always kind of iffy. I think the leader at this point was somebody named Kenny. Kenny, wait. Yes, because this was Massey era, so this would have to have been Kenny. Kenny was a little German boy who was very evil. Kenny still appears sometimes. Kenny, Acri, you're here. You know Kenny.
Yeah.
Can you give your impression of Kenny?
I don't really talk to him much. Like all I have interactions with him is like some few DMs, and I can't really show that.
Yeah,
I
I
can send it to
wouldn't.
you.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Was this you weren't command at this time?
No,
I
that
low-key
didn't
don't
happen
even know how you
until
got
a lot later.
command. You just kind of fucking showed up one day and then never left. Like,
Yeah, I
That's
think
just kind of how I
it
got
started with
command.
me getting sergeant after Alex gave it to me.
well,
Then,
okay, Lotus, with you have been intentional the whole way. Acri has just been here so long, and he does do stuff sometimes, and it's very useful. But he's been here almost as long as Zach. Zach joined pretty soon after I restarted everything, and he helped getting everything up to speed. He was, yeah, like he shot up fast, and then he was a commander, and then all of this was going on. I'm gonna give quantitative stuff about all this. This is before Titus. Okay. This was during War for the East era, and there was a bunch of issues. There was an issue with Freshie ganking, so we cracked down on justice.
My God, I remember that.
Oh, yeah, Vince got deported back to Mexico. And then he came back, and he was named, he had still retired at that point, so he was named John Undeported.
I remember that guy.
He started getting a little weird. JD, okay. So this was, Expeditionary was here. There would be constant issues. Fuck, I think I must have deleted the company announcement because that wasn't a thing initially. It was divisions, and I was kind of iffy on them. They didn't even exist at first, but then I brought them into existence. And then there was support company, and Alex was in charge of that. He was the first leader of that. But he was initially, I don't think he was expeditionary. I think he was PK. Yeah, you can see this is before the enlisted role existed, so we just pinged PK, shock, and expeditionary. This was when ceremonies were only 5. Oh, wait, it was 10. The bot was not working, so we had to manually track merit, and it would not work, and we basically wouldn't ever track merit until Judge Steele came about. So it took about 2 to 3 months to get NCO, or like 4, because you would just have to only get class ups from ceremonies, because nobody would buy classes because they didn't know how to do that. Then we got guild tag and stuff. We did another War for the East video. More slop with people from Moth Cabin. This was Moth Cabin era. I talked about raiding like this because I just done an Usagi raid with Toons and Pessy. This was the Kami incident. Before this, we had done the drill team thing. That was fun. That became problematic.
You should just bring back drill sergeants and shouldn't make them do formals.
Okay, so basically, Kami, I've been glossing over because it's so, there have been so many command members, it's not easy to remember. The ones that were dishonorably discharged were Kenny, Kami, those two, literally those two ever. And Kami was like a pre-existing thing. So Kami would have issues with judge. Kenny would just like slur slinging was just bad. Kenny was like Vendra. The evil parts of Vendra times 1,000.
That sounds about right.
When WSing was super punishable, he did that on toast.
Are we stupid?
Yeah. Okay, so then we did all of our shit. We did the Deepoken talent show thing. But then throughout all of this, Kami had been kind of pissy. And then some people, like, weren't happy with me just in general. And then...
Story of your life.
But Kami is, like, mentally ill. And one of the things is Kami was like, I want the authority back. The authority that I deserve, that blah, 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 blah. So Kami tried to coup d'etat and failed horribly. And nobody, like, one person left, and they were going to leave anyways. And then Kami just got terror bombed out of existence. And then every single time a senior doc or a senior ticket was tried, it was deleted. Or the doc had been deleted because they realized that it was, forged fucking evidence. Huh, crazy. And then when it was reported, they would just take it down, so that way it couldn't be like, doxing and all this other shit, forging, so they wouldn't get chase banned. And that doc still comes up sometimes. I don't think so anymore, though. I think Kami is completely fucked off. Kami was a figure. So the whole story of Kami is they were back. They were a useful officer, kind of. They were good with talking to random people, and they were an amazing people person for everybody but the people in charge. So they were very good at talking to people and just like being nice. The whole thing was that they were nice, quote unquote nice, but they would do all these kind of iffy things, and they were reprimanded for it. They were demoted several times, and then they're like, you know what, I want to take back over. they had been demoted several times for insubordination and completely going against what was said, or just making bad judgment calls or promising things that just would not come to fruition. Because I would be like, you're making promises on the authorities' behalf, and we're not going to keep these promises. And I've warned you against doing this several times. There was the whole thing where they were like having people call them anti. Kami was like manipulative. So one thing that they would try to do before my time was they had an alt that they pretended was their girlfriend, and they would use it to manipulate people. Not that I didn't do that when I was like 10, but I was like 10. Um, Not 10 now. But Kami would do shit like that. And then what did Kami do after that? Oh, yeah. So they had a history of doing shit like that, pretending that they were their girlfriend or whatever. And then but they had VC'd a lot and they sounded like a dude. Um I have to give context to this or otherwise it sounds transphobic. It's not transphobic. It's like Kami would do this thing where, and again, I will state that this was a time we had several trans people in the authority. that makes it sounds worse. Like very supportive. It is and has always been a safe space for anybody of the LGBTQ community. But Kami did this thing where we'd all heard them. We all knew what they sounded like, but then they're like, there's something wrong with my vocal cords, and then something to the effect of, I was always a girl. And then all of us were like, okay, we know this isn't true. They're probably just trans, and that's okay. Um, but we wouldn't call them trans or anything. We would use feminine pronouns or whatever. And then that was when the whole fuck ass anti thing came up. And then I think their commission was removed, so they weren't command anymore. Um, and then they were like pending. They were going to be exiled right after um the drill thing was done. And then the drill thing finished and they got exiled. And then they tried all the doc shit or whatever. But it was the thing with Kami is that they would go back and forth and they would just lie, like instinctually lie. Like with that whole I was always a girl thing, they tried saying that the person on the mic was actually their brother. No, actually, they had vocal cord surgery because of throat cancer or something. No, actually, no, actually, no, actually, and it would just be this endless stream of lies. And it was just like insufferable. Zach can tell you about it. Ackley, were you on command at the time when we were dealing about that? Ackley? Okay, Alex was. Alex can tell you about that. Zach, Alex, Sal can tell you about that. Who else was on staff at the time? Maybe Casey could. Lubby could tell you about it. Who else was on command? Who are my old heads? Not Skipper Gripper. Uh, he would have been able to say. Yeah. The but the Kami situation was rough, and then other shit had been going on at the time. And then after that, let's see what happened next. How am I getting ping? Ringus, then Mathilda's secret dance, then Kami incidents. Yep, basically. And then we kind of had a dead spot, so then we opened NCO applications, and then we took in some new NCOs. That never works, by the way. There's a reason we don't free rank ever. And then after Titus came out and stuff, we were like, authority builds cannot be used for Titus because that would be evil. That was the last 4th of July. And then this was right before we did the Crimson Kaido collab. It was. Do you know who that is? This was that. This is me going to college. First ward under what's his face? Because it like went. That was under Gerladic, because that was like evil terrorist. And then whatever this is. Do we need the fishing core to solve the current Blue Steel crisis? This is when Blue Steels went bankrupt and Blue Steels were like needed for all of Shock and NCOs and stuff. Fuck Aga, HP better. Can see the Agamatsu slander coming back. This is around the time that Expeditionary was a little bit dead, I think. Because Casey wasn't doing anything and there was nothing. How did Expeditionary even come back? Was it just you, Acri, that like revived it?
Yeah, then Tom came back, or not Tom. Like as soon as Tom joined, he's just been like really active the whole time. So
And
he
then
kind of helped.
Expeditionary grew, I guess.
Yeah.
We had some Expeditionary. We were not as rich as we are now, where we can get whatever if we put our minds together. NCO, this was when we were gonna do another wave because people were bad. I need feedback on what. Okay, this was when I was bored in my dorm room. Rifle spear buff. This is the auto hotkey thing. Another NCO thing. As you can see, we were a little bit dead, and then we kept getting more people. Okay, this I had been doing all of this because I knew Authority Origin was coming out. As soon as that announcement was public, we did this, which was a mass reservice protocol. And by this point, we had already had a few cycles of people retiring. This was like the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate of Authority. Everybody came out of retirement and got active again. Everybody was prepping for Authority Origin. And our recruitment numbers skyrocketed again. Because we weren't dead, but it wasn't as active as it once was. This was in an era when there wasn't VCs 24/7 like we have now and have had for like a good few months again. So this was resurfacing everyone. So everyone came back. Oh, I guess this was right before the origin. There was this, and then 4 days later, it was public knowledge. And then Operation Blazing Light was announced, which is this whole thing. And this was one of the largest mass deployments in Authority history, and then we gave out a custom name for it, which Legion won. But everybody was on Authority Origin, whatever. And then it would still take like 5 more months for Inquisition to come out. Blah, 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 blah. You guys can still go read this if you want. These are all very well written. This is Blazing Light. Bunch of people came. More than 30. And then this is when we introduced Declassified. The Purge, whatever. We had to move it back because fuck ass Hawaiian time update. This was for what Turning Tavern? Zach pinging one guy and saying the thing was updated. And then we won season 2 of War for the East. That was fun. So that's how I got my title. And then that's also how Zach got his. And then at this point, Inquisition had released. Keep in mind that a lot of the announcements also go through ceremonies more than announcements, which really shouldn't have been happening. Maybe if I look in Upstate Center, some of this stuff would be there. But Inquisition released under Misfit. That was in a time when infantry was actually alive and had people for once. Uh, and Misfit and I worked together to design all of infantry. I guess. And then this is when people started being extra with their uniforms. Oh, this is my brother. This was before he started exploiting on Deep Oaken again, so I had to ban him. Thanksgiving era. Getting mad at people for bad uniforms. Chactaw, Oregon. Nova. I haven't seen that guy in ages. That's Star Clown. Doc's birthday, whatever. Bloody, bloody, blot. Ding dong, the hero. I don't know why I announced this. You can kind of see my sanity deteriorate from important announcements, LARP full announcements to evil villain. This is when I was playing Clash Royale again. Crocus, what do you think of this message? Crocus might be dead. Acri, what do you think of this message?
I think Crocus approves. He would like it.
Do we still have viewers, by the way? I mean, if not, I'm just gonna upload the VOD anyways. And then this is when we got into Great War. Did that. So we had Inquisition by this point. Lots of little internal reforms. Did Great War. Server tag. And then basically a whole lot of nothing. You know, just growing and growing in events and being active. Whatever this is.
This is Habits by Osama Sun.
I think this was in my YouTube recommended.
Some of these hosts and
It
skits.
was really funny to me. Oh, and yeah, and then Chud Steele was working. Link a third time, it no longer wipes. Blame the Gremmers. This was when Magnolia had just gotten... maybe Commander? I don't remember. The Chud has been released. Worm Cave birthday. I really hate this video. This was early Chud Steele. Whatever this is. This was Valentine's Day when Skipper Gripper made me a Valentine's Day card. This was when they announced that you couldn't write Authority of Shock anymore.
So you want to become a boss raid Oni? Tired of being flooded? So you want to learn how to pack? Join Oni Academy today and get goaded, you little busta man.
Oni Academy. Okay, and then this thing. Information channel. Redid everything. Lots of reforms. It's a lot of just command doing things. The interesting drama eras are long bygone things at this point. Now it's just operations and expansion slowly. War for These Season 3 starts with this event. This is when Roblox started hitting fast flags. This is when the Vikov paid us off. And we let Vikov make one announcement ever, which was Forge. And then we allowed Purple Fire. Punishment Guide. This is when it finally came out. Lotus. We in a memory of sorts. this is what. I forgot about this. I forgot season 3 happened. That's when it got announced. This was Valve Iron, and you Sheldon shit posting. We in a memory of sorts. We was prophets and shit, and then we are promoting Luciani to warden. I don't remember what is happening. This is probably me and you Sheldon drunk in a VC. Acri was killed in a UAV strike last night. I remember this. Acri, do you remember the context of this?
No.
Do you remember? Were you in VC when we were doing this? Or no?
I think I was. I just don't remember. And
We the circle have failed. I think maybe I was LARPing as no, this was April Fools. That's what it was. So we did this shit, and then I started LARPing as Jericho for the day, and I said, "We the circle have failed," and then "We the circle have succeeded." Several hours later, or like I guess 30 minutes later, after my class ended. And then it was just LARPing, and then we did nothing, and then it was Easter again. And then we needed to fix this, so that way we could have our banner icon. This is when we were still fucking with the thing. Infinite tag advertising, because we love authority server tag that nobody uses because they suck. You should use the authority tag if you're based. Don't be like a Golbor. Fuck you, a Golbor. Or Private First Class CDC. Or E. Nothley. Or A. Jotet. I don't know who these people are. I don't like that. Or maybe I do. My guild has become so. Not my guild. The authority has become so vast and large and powerful that I no longer know everyone. It's like the moment when Markiplier no longer knew everyone in his comments. This is the Deep Woken podcast. You guys should all watch the Deep Woken podcast. Joe Rogan lives nearby me, by the way. It's kind of doxing myself. This was just a LARP. This is Deep Woken podcast. Blah 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 blah. Agree.
yeah.
Agree.
But
Help. Acri, what do I do?
I'll call my expeditionary goons.
Evil villain, baneful weave monger has been spotted at the monkey's paw. I think I came out of an exam and I looked at my fucking screen. I just saw evil villain has been spotted. Oh, this is also when I got the Morad name removed. This is when we did the TikTok and the YouTube that Zach doesn't fucking post on. Has he given you the login yet?
Yeah, I have the login for the TikTok, but not the YouTube. I honestly
DM
forgot
Zach
about the
50
YouTube.
times.
It's kind of like
Make TikToks, boy.
I need to.
We get recruits from the TikToks, allegedly.
It's like 4 people.
But they're active. 4 active
can look
people
at
is
that.
worth it. Hi, free week got delayed a few hours. Oh yeah, then we did free week. Skipper Gripper. Subathon that I was there for. And then he played Blue Kit and slurs were all over the screen. That was... He looks... I'm not gonna play that on this stream. But if you guys look at this VOD and you go to the part where that happens, you can just see the despair in Skipper Gripper's eyes as that happens. And then that poor custom never got given out. And then kidnapping Slipper Gripper. Oh yeah, this was the trial of Slipper Gripper. This was Skipper Gripper on trial. And our we had Class as our prosecutor. Worm Cave as a stupid attorney. Oh my god. This was when that stupid that predator guy came back. And he had access to people's accounts. Yeah, never give people access to your accounts, by the way. Especially if you don't know them.
Oh, what's his name?
Envisioning? El Cora Envisioning. The doxer manipulator Diddy Witty guy. Crimson Kaido Fan Club Steam group. I still haven't joined this. I need to join it. Dude, how do you use a link for Steam? No. You have to sign in on the web page? I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay. Faction Shrine Talents. My friend streaming. This was just LARP. People complaining. Champions Cape contest. Address it. I love changing holidays into authority related holidays. I think Aggression Pride Month was based. Happy Men's Mental Health Month because a sane man or woman without shell shock is another weapon at our service. Wait, that makes it look homophobic because I said the actual thing. I should have said it's Soldiers Mental Health Month. But then that sounds sexist. I think we need to have a command meeting about the best ways to rename all the holidays. What is this?
You did awful.
What is this?
You did awful.
Just killed
Crocus
himself.
made that guy kill himself. Immediately after Men's Mental Health post. Let's strive for double. Guys, we have to defeat Gamerville. I'm pretty sure this shit got deleted, by the way. Oh, the OB doc separator that we stole. Oh, for those who don't know, there was a lieutenant commander named Obi who was very useful, but also had a girlfriend, and they both were a little bit unstable sometimes, but they did a good job, and then sometimes their judgment wasn't great, or sometimes they'd be cranky about things they didn't need to be cranky about, and then they would get on each other's throats with the other officers, and it wasn't very nice. Mafia game night. And nobody wanted to do it. Tom saw her birthday. GPU PSA. Parrying is removed from the game. Father's Day to the two fathers. Address. This should have been like Aggression Patriot Day. Kill submitted. Feedback form again. Okay. All of this is recent enough that all of you know this. That's basically the entire history of the Authority. Yay! Let's read the chat and see if anybody had questions hours ago. Nope, somebody said the heretics known as the Stark in the Church hours ago. He made his own though. Didn't Ringus make the Akai macro? He made his own version. Claire Echo in the cage. On my ears, lol. P6, Vice Warden with the curved blade, Kenny. Verity. Thank you. Kaylee Cheater, are you still in the chat right now? Did you just say Verity? Kaylee Teeter? One person watching. I think the one person watching is me. I think this might be the entire history of the authority ever. Thank you, Kaylee Teeter. Don't DM me Poochie, I hate you. But yeah, that's the entire history of the authority. Maybe I'll edit this into something coherent one day, but probably not. So this VOD will exist forever. I didn't finish Verity, but all you guys have to know is that I'm just going to project this on and fix up the horrible, horrible geometry of this thing that was like Nephilim Cabal put together that would make any modeler cry. But it's okay though, because we hate Worm Cave. Remember, if you get to this part of the video, ping Worm Cave and say there's worms in the cave. Thank you. Bye-bye.